Hey guys, this is TheGreyKnight, and I know that this is labeled as a boyfriend experience in which there's typically a persona, but this is me talking directly to you, and this is me speaking from the heart. This is me speaking with gurgling stomach noises and background interference, so I don't know how this is going to come out. But this is me speaking directly to you. And what I want to say is that you are my gift this year. In 2015, if you are listening to this, you are my gift. You are the best thing I ever could have asked for. Yes, you. Doesn't matter if you're clicking on this for the first time or if you've been there since the beginning. And it doesn't matter if you've done anything that I'm about to talk about, right? Collectively, you are the audience, and you individually are the best gift I could have asked for. And I couldn't have asked for a better gift last year. I had no idea this gift was coming, so you're a surprise gift. I had no idea that when it started to unravel, when I started to unwrap it, as it were, that it would be this amazing of a gift. I thought it was kind of a joke the size of the box. Turns out the joke's on me. The box was filled with goodies, top to bottom. So, let's get into the specifics on why I say this. This is going to get a little mathy and a little nerdy for those of you who don't know me. I am pretty nerdy and somewhat data orientated. Okay, so the first off, there's a science these days to audience engagement. As far as engagement goes, I've crunched the numbers twice now, and you guys are more engaged collectively than 97.5% of fan bases. And I'm not just saying that. I have some backup on that one. There's an app called Power Score from a site called the Artist Union. And after I got done crunching my numbers, they actually said outright, as far as SoundCloud goes, you guys are in the top 2% of engagement, 98%. What does engagement mean? It means how actively you do something besides listening. Again, listening is great. Listening's amazing. Don't feel bad if you quote-unquote just listen. But do you heart? Do you comment? This is especially big on SoundCloud because I don't, generally speaking, comment back. Do you do... Ooh, there's a kitty. You might get some kitty background noises. Do you do anything other than quote-unquote just listen? Yes. Yes. You guys do it tremendously more than the average. You guys do it so much more that SoundCloud essentially evaluates me that I have twice the audience size that I do because of how much you do. Where did you compile these statistics from, Jack? Great question, hypothetical just listener. I've got them from a couple of different sources: Google Analytics, YouTube's in-house analytics, SoundCloud's analytics as well, and then there's one I don't want to say, just in case. I'm kind of keeping an ace up the sleeve, but there is a fourth metric scope in which I look through. So the first thing is you guys are very, very active. The second thing is there's a second kind of metric that you can use, and that is, excuse me, and that is, do you guys do something outside that realm? So, for instance, YouTube is great, but you've probably noticed that YouTube's kind of self-contained. What happens on YouTube stays on YouTube, and there's entire subcultures of YouTuber celebrities and what have you that nobody else in the world knows about, because YouTube is a beast unto itself. So a lot of the time when YouTube celebrities say something like, hey, will you guys do this someplace else? Nothing happens. Nothing happens because they are YouTube fans, and they're fans only for YouTube. This is the same, to some degree, for every major community, Tumblr, Reddit, etc. You guys, again, if you're listening to this in 2015, are profoundly much more likely to do something off-site. And the best example I can give about this one is, of course, the Stitcher and iTunes rankings. The highest erotic podcast on Stitcher has 2 5-star reviews. And I have 12, and they've been around for 3.5, 4 years, and I've been around for 5 episodes. So the only difference is, because those podcasts are definitely asking their fans to go out and do stuff, is because you guys actually do it. You guys actually factually do it. And because of that, briefly, we had a top 500 podcast on Stitcher, a network of over 45,000 podcasts. Again, with 5 episodes. Actually, with 4. It actually sank down after the 5th one. Wait, you believe that? Because I don't. So, engagement, you guys are absolute tops. And then when it comes to projecting that power elsewhere, projecting that power, that's the actual term, but it sounds a little maniacal when you say it like that. I'm starting to feel like a cult leader. If you heard that thump-a-dump, that is Kitty. So you don't have to take my word for it when I say you guys actively go and do stuff, right? Same for iTunes. To have 6 ratings and 2 reviews on iTunes is a pretty big deal. Again, most people would need 10 times as many followers as I have to get those same results, and would probably get less than them. I'm going to be honest. I have never, ever done anything somebody has asked of me because I followed their content, right? Like, I love John Tron. I do. I've never subscribed, even though he's asked me to like a million times, and he's pitched his own website. I just don't care. And it's okay if you don't either. Again, cannot stress enough. If you're listening, that's amazing, because you listen a lot more than people would imagine. Side note, somebody that I thought very much was an online friend, and then I told them outright, like, hey, I'm going to have to put you on the back burner because I have to put everybody on the back burner, and they said cool. About 6 weeks later, after that conversation, asked me how much I was paying for my plays. Asked me how much I was paying or what service I was using to get my plays, because there's absolutely no way I could be getting them organically. Which I chose to take as a huge compliment. I chose to take it that way. And I still do, and that's why I'm smiling. That's how much you guys, quote unquote, just listen. Okay, so another metric is, of course, okay, great. So they listen to you and they do what you say, like it's, like you're all LARPing the serpent and the rainbow. That's great. But does that really mean that these are the best fans in the universe? I can say on the Patreon, when you look at the amount of money that people have donated in such a short time, holy crap, are you guys generous on top of everything else? So generous. I know the demographics for this audience. I know that you guys don't have the most money in the world, so there's that generosity. But then let me go above that. I did some snooping, and when you donate Patreon, you can get rewards, quote unquote. You can get perks. For instance, for me, it's a raffle ticket, right? For me, it's a raffle, and then you get a story ticket, and then I do your story, right? That's what's coming up. But you can also donate and say, I don't want anything. Almost half of you donate and say, I don't want anything. I don't want the perk. That is not a normal number. That is a very big number of you to go out of your way to do something good for me and then specifically ask for nothing in return. So, if you are hearing this, if you are down or confused or you have a lot of questions, or maybe you're happy and you feel wonderful, and then you just want me to feel wonderful because you're happy and feel wonderful, either or, you, as you are, and what you've done for me this year, have been the best gift that anyone could ever ask for. So, I put a little bit of a background of rain hitting snow so that this is a bit more ASMR-y, but please make no mistake about it. While the topic could be a little bit cheesy, and I know that, I 100% believe what I'm saying. Absolutely, positively. You're the best gift I could have gotten. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this with the end of the year special. But in the meantime, you are my gift. And don't you forget it.